Hello and welcome back to another installment of Fodder. This morning we had a new update drop. It was update 3. I don't know why I can't remember all of a sudden, but 3.0.9, and there. As humans, we like to look for and notice patterns where there may not necessarily be patterns. And with that being said, I think we're starting to see a pattern emerge in that what ends up happening is they will do a major release with a whole new banner, new Pokemon, new EX figures is basically what I mean by new Pokemon. And then they'll do the gym. That's nothing new. But then they release another banner. And that one typically is kind of a continuation or a part 2 of the big release, if you will. And so this 3.0.9 is the smaller of the updates. And the reason I say that is because there were no new EX Pokemon released. But this has some very interesting new features to the release that I think are great for the game, quite honestly. Touching on that, if you will notice on the update, bug fixes, change specifications for when the game is connecting. You'll not be able to play the game during the maintenance, blah, 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 blah. But this happened to me earlier today, and it has been confirmed by other people in Discord. And if you don't know, I did set up a Discord channel. I will put a link down in the description below. Come join the Discord. There's a lot of fun, cool stuff going on, good conversation going on there. And I'll go more into the Discord later. That's not what today's installment is about. But what I was saying is it has been confirmed by other people on Discord that when your opponent disconnects from the game, you no longer have to play the AI, which is great. Basically, what ends up happening, from the best that I can tell and from my personal experience, was my opponent rage quit. I got the yellow wording up at the top that said your opponent is trying to reconnect or something of that nature. And then after, several seconds, maybe a minute, maybe 2, I wasn't counting, so I don't know. But then it just said you win. The AI didn't take over, where before both players could technically get a loss if you got disconnected. Now, when you get disconnected, you just get the victory. I'm a huge fan of that, quite honestly. If my opponent wants to rage quit, I shouldn't have to take a loss. If they get disconnected, I shouldn't have to beat the AI. I beat my opponent. Big fan of that. Going on, what we do get are, there's a new plate, muscle energy, remove the sleep and frozen conditions, MP-1 and MP-2 markers. I've never seen an MP-2 marker, but that is scary. Think about that. Your runner turns into a 1 MP Pokemon? Wow. So, and weight from all your fighting type Pokemon. During this duel, your fighting type Pokemon gain +1 to the damage they deal whenever those Pokemon move from the PC to the bench. And then your turn ends. Your turn ends just means when you activate the plate. That's your turn. This is kind of an interesting concept here. And the +1 damage stacks. The longer you are in a game with these fighting type Pokemon, and we'll go with, the weather trio, the Cobalion, the Terrakion, the Virizion. Those are all fighting types. Keldeo is a water and fighting type. Machamp, Lucario, and Infernape. those are the major players for the fighting types that I can think of off the top of my head. I know there's more, but those are the major players. So the longer your game goes on, and the more that they get recycled out, the more sea levels they're going to have, and it's across the board. So it doesn't just go to the big attack, where like Steel Energy, the +10 goes to the big attack. That's not how this is going to work. This goes like Joltik, where it covers the entire wheel of your Pokemon. That's a very interesting concept. Also in the way of plates, these aren't new plates, but they are new since the worldwide release. Original players in Japan have had access to these plates for a while, but we finally get the recycle. All plates from both players, except recycle, become usable. Here are turn-ins. And invisibility cape is it costs 3 of your plate spots. So think about that. Half of your plate spots are going to be used up in this one plate. What it allows you to do is choose one of your Pokemon on the bench. For this turn, it can move through Pokemon when making an MP move. Long throw lets you just throw your Pokemon out there, but you can't do anything. It just places the Pokemon. This lets you enter, even if your goal is, your entry point is being covered, this lets you enter and still attack. So it's kind of a plate that does what Heatran does in a way, although Heatran runs back to the bench after his attack. If you haven't spent a lot of time farming coins, and I actually spend quite a bit of time farming coins, but if you haven't spent a lot of time farming coins, then you may not know that the final boss of the hotels right now his name is number 7. But his Pokemon, he has the invisibility cape. And it gets me every time, I'm not going to lie. I fall for that stupid plate every single time. So beware if you see someone running this, that they can come in from the bench and still attack you, surround you. Just keep that in mind. You're going to fall for it. I'm going to fall for it. But it is at a huge cost. Now these 2 plates are only available in booster packs, so you will have to buy boosters in order to get a chance at claiming these, whereas the what did I call this one? The Muscle Energy you can purchase in the gym shop. And then for the banners, we have a continuation. We still have the Weather Trio and then Keldeo, which, since I'm not super knowledgeable on Pokemon lore, apparently Keldeo was in training to become one of the Swords of Justice. That's why he is a 51 on his wheel. But he's a fighting type, so he's also included. And that's kind of it for the majority of this booster. I can't think of anything else that has struck me just yet. Infernape is back. We kind of touched over the rebalancing. So what I want to do is I will jump in and build a fighting deck. I do have the Muscle Energy plate, and we'll just run one game, and then after the game I opened some boosters, I recorded it. Like always, I'm just gonna let that run because there's nothing new there, so I'll just let it run at the end of the video if you're interested in seeing what I pulled. It's one of my smaller booster openings because I'm not super hype about this booster. Definitely would love to have more Virizion. Who wouldn't? You know, maybe Tracheon, maybe Cobalion and Noivant. All really good EX Pokemon. Really, for the most part, kind of, if you're running a deck specific to those Pokemon, you'll find them useful. But for now, let's jump into a match. So we have an opponent, and we are going up against Genesect, Magikarp, Grovyle to Sceptile, Mew, Moltres, and I believe that was Lugia. I'll be super excited if Lugia gets a buff. And I think it'll come when they do the next flying gym. Or when flying is involved in a gym. But, so here we go. I've got the Weather Trio with Keldeo, Lucario, and Heatran. My plates, double-double. Those of you familiar with in and out, you know what a double-double is. We are going to open up. Keldeo gets plus 10 damage for every dark type Pokemon that's on the field. Ooh, I kind of want this Pokemon over there, actually. Let's go up here. And then I have Steel Energy. He's got a Hurl Jump, Counterattack, and the Muscle Energy plates. And I'm noticing this strat with basically everybody I play. They just run down, Hurl Jump onto your goal. Okay, I guess. I don't. Let's see. We're just gonna go here. Anyway, so I have double-double, Gold Block, Steel Energy, and Muscle Energy. We are going to hop over here. We are going to bring Cobalion there. That's going to allow me to put Keldeo on the board on my next play. What I like about Keldeo, they did buff him. He went from having like 16 miss at level 1 to less than that. And of course he doesn't land what we need him to land. But what I like about Keldeo as a runner is his 40 slice, and I can't remember what it's called. Drive kick or horn kick or something silly like that. Hydro kick. Sends the opponent back to the bench as well. We are going to jump out here, attack back. I really just kind of want Magma Slide, but I'll take the knockout. I would have rather just pushed him out of the way. No big deal. Now we'll bring Heatran out. We are going to drop our Steel Energy plate. And then we may just go ahead and do the Muscle Energy as well. Do I have Hurdle Jump or Gold Block? I have Gold Block. That way when Keldeo comes out, which he's at chain level 2 currently, when he comes out he'll be chain level 3. And I can't lose to his gold here, but I could lose. Did he spin that roll twice? So for some reason I was thinking he only rolled it once, but apparently he rolled it twice. No, we definitely don't want to redo that. Man, oh man, I could not even get my Muscle Energy enacted. 40. My Virizion has been rolling 40 a lot lately. And I know it's all going to even out in the long run, but for right now, he's rolling it a lot. Yeah. You know, I would I'm just gonna do that. Perfect. All right, well, we're going to double chance this. Maybe get the burn. Hopefully just flat out win, that's even better. He's gonna bring Lugia down, now we have to be worried about Hurricane. Man, that's we're gonna take this chance here because we've got to start freeing up some space. That was unfortunate. But we really got to start. There's this hydro kick. I'm actually going to take a risk here, and I'm going to try to get rid of Mew. I had to do something to be a little bit more aggressive, just too pinned in back here. He's going to bring Genesect out. Oh. Okay. He'll probably bring Gyarados there, which is pretty much what we thought he would do. Okay. That was nice. So now we can force him to make the move that we want him to make. And then we're going to force him to do something about this as well. And he does have a double chance, so he's probably going to attack Lucario. Perfect. Man, feels so good to fight my way out of being just hunkered down on my end of the world over here. I'm actually gonna move Lucario over one. Oh, that was dumb. And that's my tunnel vision coming in, is I was already planning what I wanted to do next. So when his move didn't affect me directly, I just went and did my move without thinking about the board. And that happens to me way more than it should, quite honestly. Okay, all that work to dig myself out of the hole, and I go doing something really stupid. Oh man. An Aurora Sphere. Perfect. See, it's not RNG on this. This is my bad plays. Letting Terrakion get surrounded is what led to me losing both my entry points, and it led to me giving up his entry point as well. He might go attack Heatran, but he didn't. Gonna end up spending this entire game just trying to fight my way out of being pinned in. And I haven't even made a single attempt on his goal yet. That's the most frustrating part of all this. Probably just sore. But you know what? He can have my entry point. Genesect has a ton of miss. We're gonna go try to just knock him out. Perfect. And you see how it's 105, even though on his wheel it says 104? That's because he's been recycled through. Now, like there's nothing good here. I'm gonna back out of that because I just don't have very many favorable. The only way I can beat him is if he misses. I like my chances of knocking out Mew a lot better with a quarter of his wheel as a miss. Might be the smartest decision I've made in this game, in this particular game. Excuse me. Nice. So he's gonna go back. I'm actually gonna close off that avenue for him. He should go back next to Gyarados here. And he does. We will set up the surround. Force him to move, and he does. Oh, wow. I did not expect him to attack there, I gotta admit. Okay. He's probably gonna attack with Gyarados. Oh, okay. I'm gonna try to take this. If I can Typhoon Slash, I will to get rid of Gyarados. But the straight up win is even better. And now he's gonna have to attack with Gyarados and knock out Terrakion. If I roll the dodge, I win. And no matter what, if I don't win this, I'm going to try to get the Typhoon Slash. Such a bad roll there. All we needed was a dodge. It was a quarter of his wheel. Now we need him to roll white, and I need Typhoon Slash. And get none of that. Again with the 40. He must be an alcoholic because he's doing 40 way too much. So it pretty much is going to cost me the game at this point. I mean, Terrakion not being able to roll blue. What was that? 25% of his wheel. Oh wait, it's my turn. Okay, well. Very disheartened, I gotta tell you. Very, very disheartened. And that's going to be a good game. I take losses like this personally because I should have won. Like I was in position to win. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm in position to win. All I need is one favorable roll. I needed a dodge or a Typhoon Slash. And it's not like I was asking for, you know, this super low probability of something happening. Who do we go after? I think we go after this because he doesn't have Hurricane. But what I was saying, like, Typhoon Slash is a 31% chance of landing. The other one was 24% chance of landing. So, like, it's not like these were, hey, I need, in fact, let's see. I'm just going to sit here while, I'm not even going to be able to see it. I don't know what Virizian's 40 is. It's the smallest one. So it's not like I was looking for some kind of crazy last-ditch effort. These were high probabilities. And then for them both to fail on consecutive turns, and then follow that up and go down and try to go and attack and get an even like an 8% chance at a miss. Just, man, it frustrates me sometimes. And it's kind of how I'm playing right now. And you can see I was over 3,000 not that long ago. But a lot of things like that, and then you start making mistakes, and then mistakes start getting compounded, and then you're playing worse and making poor decisions, and that leads to long losing streaks and losing lots of points. So that's how that happens. But enjoy the booster openings, and I will try to come up with something good for you guys tomorrow. So until next time.